Charles Katende is a taxi driver who lives in a small rented room in Kagoma, just north of Kampala. In August this year, his wife of 8 years kicked him out of the marital home they shared. As he starts his life all over again, Katende narrates the abuse he suffered at the hands of the mother of his 2 children.
Yasooka n'ateekako akazito n'angamba wezisuka essaawa 5 nga tonadda waka ebyokujjula emmere mba sikyakwata mu mmere. Kati lumu ku ssente ze mulekera kwali kubulako nusu 5. Nanga njaga ssente zange zonna nga ziweze. N'atandika okunkwata jeeke mpa ssente njaga ssente nga zikwaki. Okumba alabye ejjinja. Yanva amabega n'ali nkuba wano ku ttama. Ntandika okutonnya omusaayi. Bwe yali ansika amataayi kati nga omanyi okukwata omuntu omwetakuluzaako yabaka jjinja. Bandi awo nyimidde mu ddiiro ngenda okula era singa lyali likutte liiso. Ndowooza singa kati ndabisalimu.
At first, Katende did not report the abuse to the police because he was afraid of society's perceptions.
Sooka nalina ensonyi nga ngamba bajja kunsekerera. Kati embeera yanyiganga nga ntya okuvaayo naye kyatuuka ekiseera. Ate nnyina okusiba omutima ngende kyamu nkyogereko nga bwe kiri. Kati omusajja gwe baatulagirira nti yagenda otukolako. Bwe yajja n'agamba n'abasajja nga mmwe mbadde simanyi mu nsi mukyaliyo. Otuswaza kale. Ne mukama wange. Kino kyenkoze kale nkuswaza. Naye senga baako ndeese wano nti nakutte jambya ne mutemako obulago ate kyo wandikitadde mu kategori ki.
According to the Uganda Police Annual Crime Report, 15,325 cases of domestic violence were reported in 2017. And of these, 3,498 were male adults, while 573 were male juveniles. Information from the Uganda Bureau of Statistics in 2013 shows that in 2011, 33% of the male population had experienced spousal violence. Florence Okol, the project office of the Waise Women Protection Center, says male victims of spousal violence do not want to talk about it openly.
Like at the shelter here, we have men who come in to report. Yes, the number is very small. Like I would say this year, we've only had 20 men reporting cases of violence. The professionals, I think, are still timid. Even when they come to report such cases, they don't report in first person. Someone will come and tell you, I have a friend who is going through this. Then depending on how you open up and talk to him is when he will be able to open up and say, okay, the story I was talking about is actually my story.
Uganda has ratified a number of international protocols upholding the human rights and freedoms of all people. As a result, more women are becoming empowered to speak out against violence. However, there is a loud silence from the male victims of domestic violence.
There is also an increasing rate of gender-based violence that is being occasioned on young boys and men. Our laws are silent.
This is the time to encourage men, come and speak. Because if you don't want to speak, you are going to die.
Machindia Chief Magistrate's Court granted Katende custody of his 2 children, one of whom is only 1 year old. They now live with his mother in Luwero district. While Katende eventually overcame his fear of ridicule and took action to end the abuse against him, it took him 7 whole years to do so. Katende's example highlights just how much needs to be done to empower male victims of domestic violence. Male victims of domestic violence are at times reluctant to report or even seek help. However, no one should be left behind in the fight against gender-based violence, an evil that cripples its victims emotionally, economically, and physically. Gillian Nantume, NTV Tonight.